What's good with y'all? It's your boy Too Easy, and we back with another banger. Look, 2K26 is bringing out all the big dogs. You feel me? All the big YouTubers, 2K YouTubers is out on the scene, and they had to eat. So my information may seem like it's a little late, but me being a little old YouTuber I am, Too Easy TV, got a 700 and something subscribers. I gotta come after and get the scraps, you feel me? But I'm grateful for my scraps. I'm grateful for y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna hold you for a long time. Look, I know we've been getting information and news, and some of it might be exciting, some of it may be whatever. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We're gonna go over this My Player Builder courtside report. I'm gonna give y'all my insight. We're not gonna be doing a lot of reading because I've been looking at other videos, even my own, and we've been reading these answers and questions, and I ain't got time to be doing all that reading. I'm gonna give you what I feel about 2K26. Any questions and answers that we've received from the community that may line up with one of these right here, I'm gonna just pop it up on the screen and you can read it yourself. But let's go ahead and get to it. But before we do, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notice. Let me know in the comment section what you think and how you feel about 2K26. Is it a W? Is it an L? Do we got something or are we missing something? Look, so everything right on the screen. We good, we good. What we're gonna do, let me make sure that everything is straight. I'm gonna put my camera over here on this side and we should be straight. So NBA 2K26 My Player Builder courtside report. Like I said, I'm not gonna read every single thing. If I find something interesting or sticks out, I'll skim through it and read it and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get started with the animation glossary. 2K said they wanted to do a lot of, you know, convenience, basically some things that are going to help us out when it comes to the My Player Builder. To me, the presentation was amazing. What they shown us in the My Player Builder, it may seem like a lot, like you can get lost in the sauce, but it's actually things that we were already doing. They're just bringing it to the forefront and to give us better accessibility when it comes to the My Player Builder. So you're able to type in whatever player, once we find out who got the best dribble sigs and all of that, we'll be able to type it in here, look it up, find it, and equip it right away instead of having to make our build and do all that extra stuff. You know, 2K always have us jumping through hoops when it comes to it. How do you feel about the animation glossary? To me, it's cool, it's whatever. Moving on to the build by badges. To me, this is simple, right? We could do this on our own. We've been doing it, going and move the attribute points up to get the badge. But to me, stuff like this that's convenient, it just makes the My Player Builder a little bit more sweeter, and it makes you want to dive a little bit more deeper into it because you don't have to do certain things. And if you already know what badge you want on that particular attribute, go ahead, lock it in, critique the rest of your build, and at least you know for what you want badge wise, you already got that taken care of. So to me, this is a W because I spend a lot of time in the builder at the beginning of the year when we don't know anything to see, okay, I think this is my build. Hopefully it plays out later. And then later on in the builder, once we know what's OP, what is what and all of that, I revisit the builder again and I go and tweak a build that I already have, or I go make something new. You feel me? I feel for me, I make a big because you always need a big. You can go in there and get your rep easy. I make a point guard. I love playing 1v1. I make a 1v1 build and then I make a big build. So I try to stick to 4 builds. And if I do branch off on the builds, it's going to be just 4 remakes of those particular builds. You feel what I'm saying? But to me, this is an actual W to be able to build your build out by the badges. Now, body types, let me know, because sometimes we got to slow down. We got to pump our brakes, right? And we have to understand that they're marketing. 2K does a good job when it comes to marketing, when it comes to saying certain trigger words, and some of it could be fluff. Body types, do they even matter? Did they matter? Did they ever matter? Are they just aesthetic? We've heard it all, you know. We've heard that It may be a placebo effect. You get the burly build, you cover up more real estate, so you're more bumpy. But then, was it last year, 24, 25, finding out that you can't get certain launches with the burly builds, that you have to put on the slight builds or whatever. So, I mean, body types, once you figure it out, it's whatever. But it does make it convenient for you to not have to create a whole build and go see if you get the body type. It's cool. How you feel about 2K with these badges? They didn't do anything. They didn't change any of the badges. There was a reply to it basically stating, that they didn't focus on adding any new badges, but they put all of that attention, time, and resources to revamping other things when it comes to the My Player Builder and other intricate things that would help us when it comes to not only quality of life, but somewhat gameplay, they say. So we'll see if they hold to it. Build template. I feel build templates are for little kids, people that don't have time to spend in the builder, or content creators, or people that want to play a certain style to a certain NBA player. But I ain't really using no build templates. I'm getting in there. I'm getting dirty. I'm getting grimy when it comes to the builder. I want to make something that's unique for me and me only. And they said that it's supposed to be like 4,200 different archetype names now. Previously it was 300, but now it's like 4,200. We're going to see. It's going to be fire if we go out here and see crazy, crazy names in the park. Hopefully we do, and hopefully it's hard to guess on what they do. But this brings us to the next portion, the scouting report. This is fire. This could be a W or L, right? Because sometimes when we make our players, right, we want to make our build, and we want to be incognito, right? If you remember, like in 2019 or 2020, you had that two-way slashing playmaker, and you didn't know if they were able to shoot or not, because if they made it a certain way, they'll be dunking the ball and doing all that. But if they didn't know they jump shot, they wouldn't shoot. You wouldn't know. You're taking your chances. But if the scouting report is something that everyone can see, like say you pull up right on the court, and when we see our attributes and badges and what we're strengths are and whatever, if this is what shows up and it shows the strengths of what that build is, but more so importantly, the weaknesses, some of y'all gonna be cooked. You feel me? Because that's helping the team, the opposing team, be able to guard you. They know exactly how you made your build. They know what you're lacking. They know what you're strong at. So then, in a way, that's where the skill gap comes in, because say you have a low shooting build and it says I can't shoot, but I've been in that My Player jump shot creator and I made a custom that I could time. We gonna see. But moving on. Oh, but under this height balances, they said NBA 2K26 is now 7'4" when it comes to the max height. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about max height being 7'4"? Hold on. I gotta get my water on this one, because if 7'3" wasn't enough, are we cooked on the 7'4"? I'm talking about 7'4" post score max strength. 99 post score, back you down. If there's no paint defense in this game, y'all might as well fold it up. You might as well roll it up, because it's over with. 7'4", and if this is an easy shooting game, over those, we talking about Hakeem Olajuwon, over those, straight sky hook. We talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, over those. Or it stretches back. We gonna see, because you know how that 2020 to stretch? It was fun. It was a fun time. But going on, badges, takeovers, and cap breakers. To me, the best thing about NBA 2K25 was strictly cap breakers. Everything else they could have scrapped. I ain't even gonna hold you. They didn't have to port anything over to NBA 2K26 but cap breakers. But in them doing that, they revamped it. They made it better. The improvements. We have badge perks. The main thing that sticks out that we all know, we get 2 max plus 1 slots, 2 max plus 2 slots. What is this right here? Seems like we get an extra max plus 1. How do we get that? We don't know. If you know, let me know if I missed a reply on that. But we also get another max plus 1 and another max plus 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 max plus 1s and 1, 2, 3 max plus 2s, if I'm reading that correctly, which is game changing when it comes to you making the demigod build. And I don't know if they're going to be having cap breakers still in the season rewards, because we are able to seem like we're able to get them in different ways. So if they continue to give us more cap breakers, the game, like, I don't know, are they trying to cater to us too much in the sense of making this game more arcadey because we can do everything versus finding a true balance and skill gap? Let me know. But this is a W, you feel me? Take your time on your build. Don't go stupid. Don't go burning your bread up. Really put the time in, put the thought in to make your build according to how you play and taking into consideration these cap breakers, because the cap breakers is going to be game changer when it comes to you being able to go from gold to what was this one? Lethal. You feel me? Like it's gonna be crazy out here. But let me know what you think about the badge perks in regards to these cap breakers. I'm all for it. Hey, all I want to do is shoot this year. Badge accelerators, we know about that. That's all it is right here, where you will start with an extra badge, like your tier badge going up with this one, and then you will get the clutch. So you in the clutch situation, your badge will activate or to go up a tier or whatever the case is. Takeover progression. This is pretty sick because one, you don't have to activate your takeover no more. We already know that. And two, you know, you will find a takeover that fits you. Like if you wanted more shooting, more defense, or more playmaking, you will find it, but then it'll be one attribute within that bracket a lot of times that was like useless or something, or it would just be not being used. This, you're able to customize your takeover. As it says right here, once you unlock it, the final reward is custom takeover. So you'll be able to customize these slots because we have tokens, right? They say we have about 40 takeover tokens. You get to use those tokens, you unlock everything. Boom, custom. Then you get your takeover right here, which is custom, and then you get to name it, which is pretty cool to me. So you could critique it how you want to. And we just got word that the less diversity you use, the less diverse you are here, the bigger the boost are when it comes to these specific areas. So keep that in mind when it comes to you creating a custom takeover for your build. You want to, strengthen your strengths, or do you want to boost up your weaknesses? It's all on you based on your play style. Now, right here, this is something that's fire if implemented properly. And if it is, this is something that they can continue to carry over. Build speculation, right? Did I say that right? Specialization. I'm tripping. Build specialization, meaning if you're a slasher, if you're a shooter, if you're a playmaker, if you're a defender and rebounder, these particular tiers right here, these particular special little tiers right here, you'll be able to click on them. They'll have you do certain things, hit a certain amount of shots, get a certain amount of dunks, rebounds, or whatever. And then it will unlock perks. It will unlock max plus ones, plus twos that are permanent. That's where I believe these are right here. You're shooting. And as we've learned, they only will apply to the certain category that you originally used it for. So if you pick playmaking, you did all the playmaking requirements, you get the perks, the plus twos and whatever. You can add it only to your playmaking or to your physicals. So be wise with that. You feel me? Don't go out here being excited and then you mess around and mess your build up. It's still looking like it's going to be $100 a build, but this right here is fire. And you can also complete these in My Player, like offline, or you could, do it in the park or in the rec or whatever game mode you like playing, which if you do it online, it might be crazy, bro. If you're not the point guard, even if you is, some people just probably gonna be chucking up shots just to get their requirements so they can get it. And then after, people start playing normal or whatever. So more impactful cat breakers. The more impactful cat breakers, this right here could get confusing, or it could, like, I'm trying to see if it really makes sense. It does if you use it correctly, but if you build your build properly, it just determines if you want to be super OP in a category or just use it to boost up your weaknesses. You feel me? However, you do get more points per cat breaker on lower tier attributes versus if you were using it on your 3-ball, you only gonna get 1 per cat breaker. Here, 1 cat breaker gives you 15 attribute boost. So be mindful in that. You feel me? Take your time in this builder. They made it super easy and pretty much fail proof for you to be able to do so. So make sure that you take your time, keep your cat breakers in mind. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see this prior to unlocking cat breakers, in a sense. You know how we had to get to like superstar 2, 3, or whatever it was, and then you got to see your cat breakers. So if we have to wait to see this, you just gonna have to grind. But if not, it's cool because you'll be able to map it out more perfectly. You feel me? So this is a W. They doing their thing. I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully they can implement what needs to be implemented. Now, Rebirth, this is nothing new. Rebirth been in since 21, 22, 20, somewhere it came in, I don't know. However, your Rebirth at it unlocks at 90 overall. If you use your Rebirth at 90 overall and you make another build after 90, your badges are only gonna go to silver. But if you unlock at 95 overall, every build that you get to 95, I believe you will get a new tier. So you'll be able to unlock your first 95, you'll be able to get gold and so on and so forth. Or if it's not like that, once you get to 95, you'll be able to, whatever build, like badges you got, they can go up there. Either the two, one of the two, but Rebirth is nothing new. Basically, wait, take your time and grind. Unless you really messed your build up and you just trying to remake it, then I guess you could Rebirth at 90. But if not, just grind until you get to 95, stick it out, get your Rebirth so you don't have to badge grind no more. This is pretty much it. Once you do it once, it applies to all the rest of your builds and you're good. And talking about this, once you do these right here, these also apply to the rest of your builds. So once you unlock playmaking, once you unlock any of these, it carries over to each build you create. So you don't have to keep grinding it, which is a W, because that was going to be crazy. So that looks like that's the end of it. I told y'all I wasn't going to hold y'all, man. Let me know what you think about this courtside report. Let me know what you think about 2K26 overall. Have you already pre-ordered it? I'm finna make a video on letting you know which one to pre-order, because I believe I know which one I'm gonna pre-order based on what I'm gonna be doing. And I don't want you wasting no money, so look for that video. Go ahead and check out the video that pops up on the screen. Leave a comment in the comment section, man. We almost to 1,000 subs. I appreciate y'all. We locked in. Hopefully it's good. If it's good, it's gonna be a good year. We grinding. If it's not, we in for another one. But it's your boy Too Easy. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notice. Go drink some water, get some rest, man. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.